From Bengaluru on our BMWs, we are chasing a line on the map that kept stretching. Nagaland, Meghalaya, Ayodhya, Prayagraj, Banaras. And somewhere between the miles, between the throttle and the horizon, we found ourselves in Kaziranga. ಈ ರೈಡು ಹಲವಾರು ದಿನ ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ride. We woke up in Kaziranga knowing this wasn't going to be an ordinary day. An entire day with the wild. ಯಾವ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಜಿರಂಗ. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 6 ಗಂಟೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ಸನ್ರೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಚಳಿ. ಎಲಿಫೆಂಟ್ ಸಫಾರಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್. We drove towards the western range, Bagori. Fog lay thick over the plains, spilling onto the road like a living thing. Cold enough to sting, short enough a drive to feel grateful. And then, now entradvi Bagori forest range ge. Agle sumar jana kaita idru. The elephant safari begins at 5 a.m. and I can tell you, winter mornings in Kaziranga don't go easy on you. The Difalu river flowed beside us, a tributary of the mighty Brahmaputra. This was my first, Nanna Modneya elephant safari. And like a child about to open a long-awaited gift, I couldn't sit still. One kade, moon was setting, slow, soft. Innond kade, sunrise, majestic as ever. Golden light tried to pierce through layers of fog, not forcing its way in, but negotiating patiently. It was time. Concrete steps stood ready. Elephants arrived one by one, each stopping at its designated point. And just like that, I was an elephant. Happy, truly happy. The safari began. We moved deeper into the forest, light turning the world gold. Within minutes, Namma first sighting. A group of elephants were all going to the same place. And then a mother and her calf. The majestic one-horned rhinoceros. That moment stayed with me because no matter how wild the world gets, some bonds remain untouched. Our elephant was called Shivani. There was a playful race and of course Shivani won. Oh Shivani! We met a Kannadiga family from Mysuru. Smiles exchanged, stories shared, safe travels wished.
ಓ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಮೈಸೂರಾ? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಸೂರು? ಓ ನಾವು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು.
ರಾಜಾಜಿನಗರ್.
ಜೆ ಪಿ ನಗರ್. ಎಸ್ ಸಾವುಕಾರರು ಸೆಂಟ್ರ್ ಅವರು.
We went deeper. This was no zoo, no enclosure. This was the wild. Seeing so many of them up close was overwhelming. A jumbo feeling in every sense. And then a ripple of excitement. Another rhinoceros doing exactly what nature intended to do. Unbothered, unapologetic. And some guys were ecstatic about the rhino taking a dump. Then suddenly, things changed. Almost instinctively, the elephants began moving and somehow all of us were circling the rhino. The one-horned rhinoceros searched for an escape, turned, paused, turned again. Eventually, a path opened and it ran. I still don't know who was more startled, the rhinoceros, the elephants, or Nava, the humans. The sun climbed higher now, bringing warmth with it. Birds made their presence felt and slowly the elephant safari came to an end. Vapas hogokina munche, I fed Shivani what she loved most. Elephants, what creatures, so massive yet so gentle, royal in every step. We were back at Namma Resort at Dhansri, where we rested briefly, and that's when it hit me how close we were to the wild. From above, I could see it clearly. Human life on one side, the forest on the other, a thin line that separates us, and yet nature obeys boundaries we drew while we struggle to respect the one it needs. If balance breaks, nature don't argue, it responds. Madhyana aitu, It was time again for yet another safari, but this time jeepalli. And now ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು Kohora range, the central zone of Kaziranga. Nostalgia crept in. This is the second visit in less than a year, yet the excitement felt brand new. After security checks, ನಮ್ಮ safari ಶುರುವಾಯಿತು. Masks on, dust ahead, hearts ready. Number first sighting, a Pallas's fish eagle. Then something stirred underwater. A closer look, a one-horned rhino partially submerged. A sight that I'll never forget. We moved ahead, tall grasses swayed, and behind them, elephants. Spotting them in the wild is a different kind of a thrill. Not announced, neither expected. A Brahmini kite hovered near the water. A turtle stood still like the time itself had paused. Wild boars, deers in the distance, a wild bison making its presence known. And then ducks moving in perfect synchronization. Nature doesn't rehearse, it just performs. And then this happened, which I'll never ever forget. Ahead of us, two rhinos, facing each other, grunts echoing through the forest, sikkapate loud, serious. We were told this fight is for territorial dominance or mating rights, or both. Deeper into the woods, I felt something familiar. The Jungle Book. ಚಿಕ್ಕವನಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ I always wanted to go deep into the forest, to disappear into the green, and here I was living that childhood dream, not once but twice in less than 12 months. And then another rhinoceros, sikkapate close ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, was walking calmly, power in every step, unbothered by our presence. The sun began to dip, golden light washed over the forest, beautiful and fragile, because beauty too can fade if we don't protect what gives its life. With that, the safari came to a close. Now ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದ್ವಿ ನಮ್ಮ ರೂಮ್ ಕಡೆ, freshened up, and then cricket match on the screen. The perfect end to a day. Next up, we ride to Cherrapunji into Meghalaya. The journey continues. Stay tuned.